What's up, cool cats and kittens? It is Uncle Mad here. Very excited to bring you this video. Apologies in advance for interrupting the Disney vlog series, but this is actually a video I was hoping to have made about, I don't know, a month, maybe a month and a half ago, because the MLS is back again. Now, if you don't follow MLS, you don't follow soccer, the MLS, much like other sports, restarted about a month ago. They held a bubble tournament in Disney. So this kind of does tie into Disney. So it's kind of in sync with the Disney, I don't know. But MLS spent the last month or so playing a restarted tournament to kind of kick the season back into gear. Inside a bubble scenario down in Orlando at the Disney World Resort. They were staying at the Swan and Dolphin, playing at the Wide World of Sports Complex, much the same way the NBA is doing and is still doing as they enter the playoffs. However, unfortunately, just before the tournament was set to kick off, my beloved Nashville SC, my city, my sport, my team, was essentially kicked out of the tournament because they had some issues with not being able to not get COVID. But, you know, I'm glad I didn't record the video at that time because I probably would have ranted and gone on a unfair tirade blaming people without having any knowledge of what really happened. But water under the bridge, time has passed. Tonight, Nashville SC is finally returning to the field. I'm excited about this for more than, you know, just to get sports back. I'm excited because Nashville SC, I feel like I was just learning about the team. I feel like I was just getting to know the players, getting to know the squad, getting to know what type of team it was going to be. And then COVID happened and sports went away for 4 months. Then things started to get a little bit better. Sports started to figure out how they could possibly operate. The league was coming back. It was all set to go. We were literally a day away from the first match, and MLS removed Nashville from the tournament. Once again, glad I didn't record a video at that time because I was pretty angry that day, but I'm happy now. We're back. I get to restart my fandom. I get to get back to where we were in March, when after 2 games, I was like, I'm starting to know the team, I'm starting to know the players, I'm starting to get a feel for this whole thing. We're back. I can get back into it. I can start learning the team. I can start learning the squad. Goal is by the end of the season to be able to talk about the team the way I can talk about Manchester United, talk about the Titans, the teams I love that I've followed for years. So, Nashville SC, you got me back. I'm going to learn your team. I actually posted a blog this morning with a preview of this match, which isn't a preview of the match because I don't know enough about the league or the team to really preview it, but I just kind of went through and basically I tried to put myself in the mindset of where I was at after that Portland Timbers game way back in March and said, what would I have written as a follow-up to that game? And that's what I wrote. So, link down below, go check out the blog, read that to see my thoughts on the team heading into this match. I'll also do a post-match blog like I do for United. And that's where we'll go from here. I'm really excited for the match. One of the supporters groups, the Assembly, is doing a virtual tailgate before the match on Zoom. Gonna check that out, see how that goes. MLS has some kind of feature as well online where during the match you can send in a cheer or something. Don't know how that's gonna work, but I'm gonna check that out. But we're gonna watch the match. Excited to have the team back, excited to get back into the swing of things. Really wish we were gonna be able to go to games. Hopefully we can. That's another thing that's going to be interesting tonight is FC Dallas is hosting us. It's basically the first of a 3-game series of makeup games because us and FC Dallas are the only 2 teams that didn't participate in the tournament. They had the same problem we did. Whatever. So we have to play them 3 times to kind of catch up to everybody else in terms of regular season standings. We're playing them 2 times in the next few days. We'll play them tonight, then we'll play them again on Sunday. I don't know when you're going to watch this, but tonight is a Wednesday night. We play them again on a Sunday. I think it's interesting they chose to play both of those games in Dallas. I think it's because Dallas is allowing fans to attend the matches. So I think it's kind of a test run for what maybe the rest of the league can do because the rest of the league is kind of on a break right now after the tournament ended and they'll be restarting here in the next week or so. So Dallas is allowing fans in the stadium. So it's kind of a test run for the overall league. How does this work? How are we going to pull this off? Can we do this? Nashville, I don't think is at the point where they're ready to sign off on anything like that. So kind of makes sense. Play these 2 games in Dallas. Maybe by the time we get through these 2 games, maybe another week or so, maybe Nashville will start to kind of look at, can we do stuff like this? Can we put fans in the stands? It's interesting to note, originally Dallas was planning on hosting 5,000 fans for this game. I think that's the number I saw, was they were planning on having 5,000 fans. As of this morning, they announced that number is only going to be around 2,000. Now, what I haven't seen, so this might be complete misinformation on my part, which, if that's the case, whatever. I'm not a news source. Don't come to me for news. I just kind of regurgitate what I hear and then kind of add my own 2 cents. But apparently, as of today, they announced that it's only going to be about 2,000 fans in attendance as opposed to the original 5,000. What I haven't heard is that did they determine that 5,000 was too much and they reduced the number? Or did they just not have enough interest to get 5,000 people into the stands? Now, insert your go-to, well, nobody wants to go to an MLS game anyway. It always looks empty when they play the games joke here. It's been made plenty of times over the last few months since the league kind of started to get back into the swing of things. But I kind of think it probably is the former, that they're probably just, general interest in MLS obviously isn't as high as some other leagues, but I wouldn't be surprised if they only had around 2,000 people that were willing to come to the game, because one thing we've learned in our video series, and I don't know that I've talked about it that much in the videos that have come out so far, is that I don't think the interest in returning to doing these type of things has been as high as maybe some people would have thought, or maybe you've been led to believe. From everything I've experienced personally, it seems like going out, doing activities, doing these kind of large gathering type things has not quite hit back to the popularity levels that maybe people thought they would. I expected when Disney announced their reopening that the parks would hit capacity every day, that every single person would jump at the opportunity to go back, and obviously that hasn't been the case because they have openings, they have availability every single day in their reservation system, other than APs, but it's not where they're at. Disney's now, since I was down there, has cut back on the park hours, has cut back on some of the offerings. Universal's doing the same because they're not making enough money right now because not enough people are coming the way they kind of hoped they would, and kind of the way I thought they would. I thought the parks would be packed to the gills. Whatever the number they set, I thought they'd hit it every single day, and that hasn't been the case. So I kind of think there's probably a similar thing happening with the restart of fans coming back to sporting events. There's speculation that the Titans, if they were able to have 25% capacity at the games this fall, that would be about 17,000 fans in the stadium, and it would mostly be open only to season ticket holders because they've kind of already refunded the money on single game tickets. Now kind of looking at what's going on, I don't know, once again, insert joke that Titans can't get attendance anyway. I don't know there's going to be 17,000 people that are kind of willing to do that, willing to try to go to an event like that under the circumstances that we're experiencing during the crisis on Infinite Earths. I personally, Nashville SC, much like the Titans, much like I'm sure every pro sports franchise, put out to their season ticket holders, if we can resume, are you going to come to the games? I put yes. If fans are able to return, I'm opted in, I'm willing to return, I'm willing to go to the games, because, especially after coming back from Disney, where I trust, pro sports organizations, Nashville, although Nashville SC, obviously, as we've talked about, has not had the spottiest, they've had kind of a spotty record, they haven't had the cleanest record of dealing with this particular issue. As a matter of fact, our head coach will not be coaching tonight because of some wonkiness with some test results for him. He has tested negative, but did not get the cleared test results in time to coach tonight. Whatever. But I trust Nissan Stadium, because I think the Titans are probably involved in anything that Nashville SC is going to be able to do in their stadium. So I trust between the Titans, between Nashville SC, if fans are allowed to come to these games, they are going to do everything in their power to make it the safest environment possible. That's what happened at Disney. I'll talk more about that in a later video when I kind of wrap up the whole Disney trip, but these are the kind of places I want to go, I want to be right now. So I opted in that I'd like to keep my season tickets for the rest of the season for NSC. Will we end up being able to go to games? Still to be determined. Might not even come to pass. Might not ever be able to go back to games this season, so might have been all for naught. But if we are able to go back, I plan to go back. I think it'll be safe. I think it'll be fine. It's outdoors. They're going to reset the tickets if they let people in where you're not sitting packed all, the full sections packed the way they are. So we'll see. We'll come back to that. I'm sure if that happens, I'll make a video about it. But that's where we're at now. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes for Dallas with fans in the building. Obviously, like I said, seems like the interest level maybe wasn't where they hoped it would be, which is fine. I mean, if there's not 17,000 people at Titans games this fall, If I'm one of only like a few thousand that goes to those, great. If I'm one of only a few thousand that goes to Nashville SC games when we have home games, great. You know, to me, that's been the best part of this whole thing is I don't like crowds. I don't like being around like a billion people. So I don't mind saying, don't stand so close to me, and then doing it. That was the best part of Disney, was just never felt crowded, never felt like there was too many people around me. Getting off track. We're gonna watch the game. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna do the virtual tailgate. We're gonna do the cheer along thing. I liked where Nashville was heading before the season kind of came to a halt. Are they able to pick up where they left off and keep progressing and stuff like that? To be determined. I don't know anything about Dallas. That's one thing. That's probably the biggest thing that separates my knowledge of MLS from my knowledge of United, my ability to talk about United. Because I know the Premier League. I follow the whole league. I follow all of European soccer pretty much. MLS, you know, I know who's supposed to be good in MLS. I know LAFC is supposed to be around the top. I know Atlanta usually is very good, but it seems like they've struggled this year. But outside of that, I don't really know too much about the MLS, so that's kind of also a part of the learning process, also a part of getting into being a fan of this team and this league is learning about the MLS. So don't know anything about Dallas. Definitely going to learn about Dallas because we're going to play them 3 times in pretty quick succession, 2 times in the next like 5 days. So hopefully by this time next week, I will be an expert on both Nashville SC and FC Dallas. But I'm looking forward to it. I was excited about this season. I was excited about embracing the team, embracing the league. You know, I've always kind of loosely followed MLS, but now I've got a team. I've got my own team finally that I can really get behind and really support. Sorry, Columbus Crew, I only halfway supported you. That was fake all those years. But we're into it. So we're going to watch this game. We're going to see how it goes. Come on, you boys in gold. MLS is back. Again. I'm in the virtual tailgate now. Nobody seems to be talking though. Everybody's got their stuff on though. One thing I'll have to get used to, lineups for Premier League matches typically come out about an hour before the match starts. Does not appear to be the case with NSC. I keep refreshing Twitter to look for the lineup. Nothing as of yet. I'll keep you posted though. The famous Soccer Moses is in this tailgate. So if you read my preview, I mentioned that Rios might be a better option for the way we've been trying to attack, and he's starting today. So from my limited knowledge of this team, I got one thing right so far. Off to a good start. Check out the blog. I put it in there. So this match is not available for streaming anywhere in the Nashville area because of local blackouts and stuff. Yet I have cable. I'm the old man. We still have cable somehow in this house, and it's buffering. Like, that's one of the few benefits of having cable is you can watch live games without buffering. It's DirecTV, so what the hell do I expect? Apparently our satellite's falling off the side of the house or something like that right now. Of course. And we've kicked off. Come on, you boys in gold. I need that song. Judah and the Lion. I didn't like it at first, but it's grown on me, so hang on.
I'll never give up on you.
Hopefully that doesn't get me a copyright strike. For the gold and the blue, I'll never give up on you. Alright, we're going to try to send a cheer. I don't know how this works. Come on, you boys in gold. Nashville's blue and gold. I'll never give up on you. Yeah, I don't know if this is doing anything. We're giving it a shot though. I'm honest, I didn't know our keeper's name before this match, and now I'll never forget it. Never forget the name, Joe Willis. I don't think that's a chant. What you talking about, Willis? Is there a chant there? Is there a chant there for what you're talking about, Willis? Let me know in the comments down below. I think I said this already, but there's no way to stream this game if you live in Nashville without like some weird backroom dark web stuff. Jess is building a credenza, or else I'd go get her because she knows all about the dark web. Yet my feed looks like I'm streaming it. It looks like I feel like I'm watching First Row Sports trying to like stream an illegal stream right now, and I'm watching it on actual cable TV. I don't know if it's DirecTV. I don't know what's going on. It's making me mad though. Because one of the whole reasons for still having cable, still having DirecTV is to not have to deal with buffering issues that come with internet streaming. Serenity now. Come on, you boys in gold. Come on, Oli. Come on for the boys, Oli. Oli. Oli, 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 Oli. Oli, Oli. I'll never give up on you. And he's gone. Let's go! Let's go! Occam's Razor. I don't know if anybody's given him that nickname yet, but I'm giving it to him. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, so that's it. Final score, NSC 1, FC Dallas 0. Boys in gold are back. They got a big W to restart their campaign that should have restarted about a month and a half ago. Boring match, got a little more lively in the second half. I think we made some changes, brought some players on that created a little bit more attacking impetus, so that was good to see. We get to do it all over again in just a few short days. If you're watching this at day of publish, NSC plays again Sunday against FC Dallas once again. I'll have a blog recap up of this game, so check out my blog. I live tweeted the game as well, so you can go back and look at all the stupid stuff I said on my Twitter probably. But beyond that stuff, make sure you like this video. Not this, don't do this. But subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get all notifications. Might do a live stream on Sunday because we've got a United match and an NSC match on Sunday. TBD. Keep your eyes peeled on my social media to see if we're going to go live on Sunday. I don't know. To be determined. But leave me comments down below. Do you want me to go live? Let me know in the comments down below. Hey, I've actually got something you can comment on this video for. Do you want me to go live on Sunday? Let me know. What do you think of the game? Are you into MLS? Are you into NSC? Do you have a team other than MLS? What do I need to know about MLS to be more of a better fan of the MLS? All that good stuff. And as always, do what I did tonight by sitting in my room by myself watching this match. And don't stand so close to me, even though I'll never give up on you.